Namaskar and welcome to the first episode of Working Nari. Today we are going to meet with a very beautiful, gracious and charming personality, Dr. Aruna Kulkarni. She works in the field of psychology and she has this beautiful setup named as My Mind Matters at Karvenagar, Pune. Today we will have a beautiful conversation with her where we will see and listen to her insights about work-life balance of a women psychologist. So let's see what she has to say about it. Welcome, ma'am, to the first episode of Working Nari.
Thank you, Amarja.
Yes. So you being in the field of psychology since last 29 years. So we really want to know what inspires you. What inspires you to be a working woman, a working Nari, and do it so passionately.
Okay. Honestly, I never really thought of this, my profession, as becoming a working woman. I was always passionate about becoming a psychologist, because of which I also became a working woman. It was one because of the other.
Okay, okay. And is there anybody who inspires you? Like I get inspired from you.
Oh my God.
So, no, really, the way you are
Thank
always
you.
graceful and always ready to have a conversation and on the toes for your profession. So, is there anybody or any situation that actually inspired you to be a working woman?
Yes, when I was in school, I struggled a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and as a student, I have two more sisters, and both the sisters were very good in academics and the good girls in the social
Okay.
sense. And I was the naughtier one, more interested in what was happening outside the window rather than inside the classroom. And but I was intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
It was just that I was not scoring as per the social norms again.
Social norms.
So I kept getting this feeling that, except for my parents, nobody really understood me. But my parents always stood by me saying, "We know what this girl is going to do in future. We are very sure that she's going to excel." In fact, after my 10th standard, one of my teachers had called my father aside and said, Sir, whatever are your aspirations, whatever you really want your daughters to achieve, your other two daughters will achieve. This girl, इसका तो थोड़ा मुश्किल है। 10th तो हो जाएगी पास, हम करा देंगे पास, उसके बाद एक कोर्स करा देना इसका और शादी कर देना इसकी।
Oh,
And when I heard that, I said, I'm going to show these people. And that
right.
was the moment when I decided that when I grow up, I want to become somebody who's going to help people, who's going to understand people beyond the social norms and respect them. I didn't know it was called a psychologist at that time.
Oh, okay.
But that was when it started. And of course, my parents, especially my father, inspired me a hell of a lot to take on this profession.
That's fantastic. That's really inspiring because this there is this one situation in our life and it absolutely give a turn
Changes.
around and a
Yes.
change in our life. That's great. Ma'am, as you said that there was this one person who said कि 10 तो हो जाएगा and फिर इसकी शादी करा दो. See, this is with don't you feel this is with every girl, even though we are in a modern society, still mother and father or the relatives and the society says that you know what, after your graduation, post graduation, ultimately you are going to get married and you have to take care of your home and that will be the first primary responsibility of yours. Don't you think that getting married or should a girl should have a kid or not should be the choice of two people who wants to get married? First of all, this is not gender bias something that I want to say, but this is with boys also कि इसकी तो शादी करनी ही है.
True.
So, when we are saying we are in a modern society, we are in 2021. So, making a choice is still depending on what society is going to say. So, what
Very
are
true.
your thoughts on that?
Very true. We would love to pretend that things have changed over a period of time. We would love to pretend that the society is becoming more progressive, but believe me, even today, the kind of cases that are coming to me for counseling, especially when it comes to husband wife relationship problems or having a child, etc., we are still so many years behind. We still see that the parents openly admit ki yes, the, my daughter, I couldn't afford to spend more on her education because uski to shadi hi karni hai, so whatever money I had I spent on my son
This
because
is
he
still
wants to, and zabardasti donation ka seat leke we made sure that he got into engineering or MBBS, etc. But the daughter was excelling and had got a seat into engineering,
oh my
and they
god.
said nahi fees bahut deni padegi, so we denied her of that privilege.
And this is a present. We are talking
Today,
about present.
today.
Oh my god.
So this is still existing, and it's a very, very sad state of affairs. And yes, I do completely believe that it must, it should. I normally don't use this must and should, but in some matters, I think we should use that word should and must.
Very true.
That it should always remain a privilege of choice for the people who are getting married to each other,
Right.
about whether to get married or not and whether to have children or not. It's a very, very personal choice.
Correct.
Nobody else actually needs to interfere with that.
Absolutely. And we really want society to get aware of it because even they as an individual go through the same thing, yet they create that pressure on others.
Yes.
So,
We may want to convince the boy or a girl about the advantages of probably getting married and having a child, etc. But all said and done, the choice remains with that person.
with that person. Very true, very true. Also, ma'am, in girls' life, okay, so there are like drastic phase change that happen, changes that happens. That she is born, then then there is her family life with her mother, father, and all her relatives. Then she gets married. So the entire cultural shift and the responsibility and her role as a daughter-in-law and other roles that she plays. So she has to adapt that and then again continue with that phase. Then she becomes a mother. Then again there is this shift of a phase. In all these phases, nobody actually consider that the working life phase is also existing and working becomes option बिकॉज ऑफ द सोसाइटल प्रेशर.
Yes.
अभी तो शादी हो जाएगी फिर आपका पति जिधर होगा वहां पे आपको शिफ्ट होना पड़ेगा.
For men, it is by default, and for women, it is optional.
It becomes nobody says to boys that अभी तेरी शादी होगी देखते हैं तेरी वाइफ कहाँ पे रहेगी and then you might shift over there. This actually never happens. I think there might be 1 or 2% cases that might be happening. We are not known to that, but this is what at least 98% happens. Then अभी 2-3 साल हो गए शादी को. Nobody asked what happened with your promotion. What are the achievements that you are gaining and what are your life goals in terms of work. Nobody asks. जैसे अभी बच्चा कब होगा. बच्चा होने के बाद अभी तो तुझे जॉब छोड़ना पड़ेगा. बिजनेस होगा तो बिजनेस ही है ना.
And I love the way you put it, chodna padega.
Yeah.
I mean, it's given as a decision, not
Exactly.
about do you think you would like to consider quitting your job. It is chodna padega, full stop.
Correct. But now, don't you feel that you are getting a girl education? You are actually training her in a co-education society where you say that everything is equal, everybody is equal, and once she get married, all the definitions are been like cancelled, changed. So, isn't the modern society just the name and actual change should be seen in the society? Where karna padega, chodna padega, this can be, the decision of two, as we said. What are your thoughts on that?
Actually, this reminds me of all these jokes that are getting circulated on the WhatsApp. These days, WhatsApps, but generally also, when people come together, they do keep cracking jokes, and most of those jokes are about how women are so confused and औरत को समझना, बीवी को समझना कितना मुश्किल है because she's always confusing us with this and that. But now, if you just pay attention to what you said a little while ago, you will realize that a woman's life is very confusing because on one hand we are telling her that you are Jhansi ki Rani and you have to get up and do so many things and take charge of your life and everything, and then when she's doing it, why are you doing this? You're not supposed to be doing this. आपका आपकी पहली जिम्मेदारी बच्चों को संभालो, घर संभालो, फिर जब अगर वक्त बच ही जाएगा, then you can think of doing other things.
Correct.
And now like she's like, hello, what do you want me to do?
Very true. Very true.
And then we complain a woman is so confused. Who's confusing her?
Very true. I think the answer is with audience of ours right now. And it's really, as you rightly said, it's really very confusing. In the morning, you are a decision maker of home. What will be there for tiffins? What will be there for lunch? Then, according to who are there in the family, the decisions. These decisions are very small decisions actually, but they are everyday decisions. So, if I would ask that, how would you describe your one day, your work day? Like, what are the roles you play, and what actually happens in your 24 hours? How would you
Okay.
explain that?
Earlier, it was quite different. When my children were small, it would be quite different. I would get up, and the first thing would be to enter the kitchen and start making the packed lunch for the children,
Right.
make sure that they're packed off to school. Of course, I would strongly like to mention here that I have been very fortunate. All my family members have been very supportive,
Great.
especially my husband. There were times when he would pack my lunch for me because I did not have the time to pack my own lunch. बच्चों का करने जाती थी and I would neglect my own
Yourself.
dabba. So
Oh.
my husband would always pack and he would make it a point to put some surprise in my dabba every time.
Oh, that's so lovely.
And when I would open my dabba, I would be like pleasantly surprised. Oh wow, आज ये दिया है, आज वो दिया है, kind of thing.
That's so lovely.
And my in-laws also supported me, no doubt about it. However, it was always my responsibility. So I always felt that ki, if I don't wake up today, what is going to happen?
Hmm.
But mind you, I would also like to point out that sometimes we women, in this, I will say, this obsession of trying to get everything done very perfectly,
Right.
we start thinking that we are indispensable.
Hmm.
We love to imagine we are indispensable,
Right.
and we sometimes mess up our own lives because of that. We want to become the super mom or super bahu and super wife everywhere, and that can often create a lot of problems for us. So coming back to my routine today,
Hmm.
I get up. The first thing that I do is my husband makes tea for both of us.
That's
And
really
then-
nice. I have seen Ravi sir. I had a very great conversations with him, and he's a very lovely person, very understanding, I must say, and he is really a great support to man.
Yes.
And so I want to point out that here we are not having a conversation just to complain about the society,
No.
but also to appreciate these things also in the society
Yes.
where we actually get the support,
Yes.
not just definition of it but actual execution of it. And one of the example is Ravi sir.
Yes.
Yes.
And he will never make me feel obligated for that. He does it because he genuinely wants to
Correct.
do it.
So there is
not
no guilt
because
feel ki I'm doing tea for you. You have to do now 10 things for me.
So then after tea, the first thing we do is we both go down to exercise. Either we take a walk or we do yoga, etc.
Hmm.
So almost 1.5 hours every day we dedicate towards exercising.
That's great.
And then once we come back, I become busy in the kitchen
Hmm.
because I still have to pack dabbas for my children even today. So, and of course, cook for the day and keep everything ready. And then get ready and come to work.
Yeah. So the role is shift now. There is a shift in the role.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So we reach by 11 o'clock or so. And then the minute I come here, it just starts one after the other. Continuously, people are walking in and clients are walking in.
Right.
And very often, we don't even get the time to. I mean, there are sometimes we just barely get 10 minutes in between two appointments
Hmm.
to quickly have our lunch. And my associate is kind enough to make tea for me. She can see my expressions and gauge. Okay, she needs a cup of tea now. So she'll quickly bring in. And time and again, she also makes sure that she discusses some cases with me, or cracks a joke or something, which takes my mind off all the pressure that is building on me when I'm taking a lot of negativity from my clients.
True.
Now that is, I'll say, the professional hazard for me, that we are
Hmm.
taking in a lot of
True.
negativity from the clients.
True.
So sometimes it does become a little too much, and she very nicely is able to guess, okay, this is a point where she needs that kind of support, and quickly pitches in and helps me out with that. So we are here until almost 7 in the evening, very often,
Mm-hmm.
and then by the time I reach home, it is 7:30. So the minute I step in, the first thing that I do is I go and spend some time with my mother.
Mm-hmm.
If you ask me if there is anything that makes me guilty today about anything, this is the only thing that I feel guilty about, that I'm not being able to spend as much time with my mother.
Oh,
She is becoming a little lonely. I lost my father 2, 3 years ago, and now
we
she
are so
doesn't have
sorry.
anyone to talk
Communicate.
to and
Hmm.
spend time with, etc. So, because I think children are doing very fine, they
Hmm.
are on the right track, they are settled and enjoying life.
Hmm.
And they know, we communicate very beautifully with each other.
Hmm.
Whatever little time that we get, we have that correct wavelength with each other, etc.
Family time.
Yes, but with my mother, because she's getting older, she wants more attention, and she needs
Hmm.
that kind of, because she's becoming lonelier, she doesn't have anything else to look forward to. Children have their education, their job, etc. to look forward to, so they are fine with that.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
that is one thing that is bothering me.
Okay.
So I spend some time exclusively with her,
Mm-hmm.
and then again, of course, cooking in the for the evening. Where again, I would like to reiterate that my husband supports me, helps me out. We do it 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have dinner all together. We always make it a point that all of us sit together for dinner,
That's great.
and then sit down and chat a little, maybe watch 1 or 2 episodes of some funny comedy serial or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and then we all go to sleep. So that's my routine of the day.
So that's the entire day that you have, and almost like 7 to 8 hours, sometimes 9 hours are dedicated towards work.
Yes, and sometimes I get international calls beyond working hours also, which I
Mm-hmm.
have to entertain because the time zones differ. So
True.
I have clients in the UK and the US also.
Mm-hmm.
So for them, late evening or late early mornings are the suitable timings for the calls. So
True.
the online counseling happens over the phone.
Correct.
So
Correct.
sometimes I'll end up dedicating more time there as well.
There as well, because that is your choice that you want to work. And as you were talking about the guilt, I was absolutely planning to go to that point. As you said that because we play so many roles in just like that 24 hours, we really want to be perfect in every role, because that is how, and we are conditioned like तुझे अच्छा ही करना है, जो भी करना है तुझे अच्छा ही करना है. But in that, what happens is, of that 100%, might be 2% we couldn't deliver.
Mm.
But many a times, these are the cases that I personally have seen, that people literally neglect that 98% that we have given
Mm.
in that particular role, but 2% that has been remaining due to the mental strain, and we are exhausted physically and tired, but people keep in mind only that 2%.
Mm.
So, is there like any incident that actually happened where you said कि नहीं, मैं नहीं आऊंगी यहाँ पे, मुझे ये नहीं करना है, and that guilt actually you felt, and that was in your mind. So the every woman actually do things wholeheartedly, but she also has that percent of guilt in her mind. Like I have many friends who have kids who are 3-4 years old. So they say अरे यार, काम करना अच्छा लगता है लेकिन ना बच्चों को मैं टाइम नहीं दे पाती हूँ. Then why you're guilty about it? Na? You are making choices. You are planning that percentage of time you want to dedicate here and there. So this guilt actually confuses us many times. So any incident or your thoughts on how women should actually not be guilty every time
Yeah.
of what they're doing.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on that?
Yes, there have been times when I've asserted myself,
Mhm.
and see, all said and done, social pressure does work on us. Okay? And if I look back, I think I have been more assertive with my own people in terms of my mother and my sister rather than my in-laws, because I think there you can't afford to mess up. the relationship there is like, hanging on a very thin thread
Thin
kind of
thread.
thing. So, yes, I have been assertive with my children and I have been assertive
Hmm.
with my mother or my sister, but I don't remember being assertive with my in-laws.
In-laws.
I think they have been my mother and my sister or whoever I have been assertive with. They've understood me very well and they've told me that it's
Hmm.
all right, it's absolutely fine. We understand that you have this problem and or that you have this commitment and you would not like to come with us.
Hmm.
It's absolutely fine.
That's great. That's great. But the guilt, you have that guilt that I cannot,
Yes,
give time.
कहीं तो वो होता है.
होता है.
No matter how much we may say, somewhere we do feel, that I wish I could have done that.
Right, right. Now what is happening is, now women decides to work. Okay, so they work and do, but there are some girls or ladies who actually wants to be a homemaker.
Hmm.
But even there also society have the judgments of their own. She's a homemaker. She have made the choice that I want to be a homemaker. अरे वो तो क्या घर पे ही रहती है, काम पे जाओ कहते हैं कि वो सिर्फ काम का ही देखती है, एंड घर पे रहो, शी बिकॉज दैट इज हर चॉइस दैट शी वांट्स टू डू. बट अरे वो तो घर पे ही रहती है. और देयर इज दिस न्यू टर्म ऑफ वर्क फ्रॉम होम.
Hmm.
So many actually girls are trying to, because they want to manage both the things very well, they actually choose to work from home. But even there the society has the problem. वो तो क्या घर पे ही रहती है, तो घर पे ही है ना, काम बाद में कर.
They take it for granted most of the times.
Yeah, yeah. So, what are your thoughts on that? Or have you seen any such kind of case where you know that women is right now, okay, yeah, work from home, but still it's a work from home. So I'm working for home and from home also. That's a double pressure that I think.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So,
Uh, yes, again, here, if it comes to men, they are able to very clearly distinguish and tell assertively that, look, I am not going to work for home.
hmm.
I am supposed to be working from home. So don't expect me to do these things.
Hmm.
Okay, but I have a very close associate of mine, somebody very close to me, who's going through the same thing that she comes from a joint family
Mhm.
where she has her in-laws and plus there are plenty of relatives visiting them very frequently,
Okay.
coming and going, and they whenever they come they stay for 4 5 days, etc. So she's perpetually busy with housework
Hmm.
and actually she was a very very talented girl aspiring to do so much in life. In fact, it was probably, if I look back, I remember that she was one person who had never thought she would get married, or even if she gets married, she was very sure that she wanted a career, etc., etc.
Okay.
But today she doesn't have that freedom to do it because she's told very categorically that your first responsibility is your family. So, because she is a freelance worker, I mean, because she doesn't have a choice, she can't go to work out away from home. So, she at least settled for a freelance kind of a role.
Okay.
But then, because of her daily schedule, now she wakes up at 5 in the morning, works from 5 to 7:30 or 8 o'clock,
Okay.
so that she can get those 2 3 hours completely undisturbed for her work.
Work. Mhm.
And then she starts cooking and everything.
Okay.
And then again, afternoon, post lunch, she tries to steal 2 hours from there
For
and
her own
complete,
work.
yeah, and complete her task.
Mm-hmm.
And then evening again, the routine starts, And then late night again, she tries to sit for some time and finish whatever
Okay.
work is there.
Okay.
So she's struggling through the day, trying to steal time from here and there so that she's able to finish her task.
The time for what she actually wants to have or actually wants to do.
Yes.
So the struggle is real, and
Yes. And in
for a
spite of
longer
all
time.
this, she's actually still not doing what she was passionate about.
Oh my god.
This is a compromise. Whatever she's doing is actually a compromise.
But a huge compromise, I might say.
Yes.
Yeah. This is what's happening right now, and we are really hoping that after these conversations that we will be having in Working Nari, society will get aware, will be aware of these small problems, but together it's a huge chaos in each woman's mind. And they will actually understand and start to relate with us, start to relate with our problems.
Hope so.
Yeah, we are absolutely hoping. Ma'am, you being such a passionate and lovely working Nari, what would be the message you want to give out there to all the girls and working women, or who wants to work and still are confused and not making the choice of their own? What will be your message to those girls?
I think it's very important, like you had said, that we should not feel guilty. We should always make conscious choices and remind ourselves that this is a choice that I'm making, and every choice, any choice that we make, will always have consequences.
Hmm.
If you choose to stay at home, that choice will have consequences. If you choose to step out, that will have consequences. So, if you're able to remind yourself that this consequence is a part and parcel of the choice that you have made,
Hmm.
you will never feel like a hopeless victim of the situation,
Correct.
and you will always be satisfied and happy.
Which is
People are
needed.
miserable, absolutely needed. People are miserable because they keep believing that somebody is doing this to them.
Hmm.
They're being pushed into the corner and somebody is doing this to them, and then they're very unhappy. For example, if I'm working, then oh my god, I am being forced to start my day early, or my boss is forcing me to work so much, or that I have to be able to struggle between my role at home and my job, so I'm not getting any time for myself.
Nice.
Now, this is
Hmm.
a choice that you have made. So, the
Right.
consequences, you're not going to have time for yourself.
Correct.
Okay, so if I keep cribbing about it and feeling that I am a hopeless victim and I'm caught in this, and I would love to, but मुझे कोई करने नहीं देता, then you
Correct.
will never be happy.
Correct.
The minute you accept that this is a choice and this is a consequence of the choice that I've made, and this is bound to happen, let me accept everything the way it
Very
is,
true.
I will be happy and contented.
Great. That's a really great advice. Here, ma'am, you actually, throw the light where some girls actually just keep on complaining. मुझे ये करना था, मुझे करने नहीं दिया. In some cases, it is really true, but in some cases, it is just some excuse given.
Even if I'm sure most of them will say that what about the parental pressure or societal pressure,
Hmm.
या husband का pressure, husband ने actually मुझे बोल दिया कि नहीं जाना है.
Hmm.
Remember, you still have a choice, different kind of a choice, yes, but
Hmm.
who's stopping you from stepping out of the house and deciding to work?
Correct.
Of course, maybe he will divorce you, but that is the consequence of the choice
Consequence.
that you are making. So
The
you are
conscious choice.
choosing that you don't want a divorce and you would rather stay.
Hmm. Hmm.
Because according to you, if you have to look at the consequence of staying at home and taking a divorce, you would rather stay at home, not take a divorce.
Correct. But that
Because,
is your choice.
yes,
Yes. And a conscious choice. So don't complain about it.
yes. Every minute we are making choices, we
Hmm.
have the options in front of us and we are making choices.
Correct.
So let us not fool ourselves saying, no, 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 it was not me, it was them, he, she, they. No, it's me. I have made that choice. Nobody has forced me into it.
That's absolutely a great advice, and every girl out there should listen what actually ma'am said. It has a very deep meaning, and those words are actually coming from so many years of experiences in the work. Ma'am, it was really a great pleasure. For me, it is always a great pleasure to have a conversation with you
Thank
because I
you.
get to learn so many things and have fun with you while having a conversation. We talk about many cases and what actually happened, and those are the practical examples for me to understand how the life is. So thank you so much for
Thank
taking
you.
out time from your hectic schedule
Thank
and
you.
giving such a beautiful advice on the working Nari.
Thank you. And I
And
love your energy.
thank you so much. So yes, so this was our first episode. In the second episode, we will be meeting one more working Nari. Let's see what she has to say about her work and life balance. Thank you.
Thank you.